What is up, guys? Salty Jono here, and this is the first episode of what will hopefully be a long running series called Does It Hold Up? In this series, I look into old games and find the games that still hold up to today's standards in story, gameplay mechanics, and general looks. For the first video, I've decided to play Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. In this game, you play as Michael Thornton, a spy charged with the objective to get missiles back from Altamont, a terrorist organization that stole these missiles and used them to bomb an airliner. Being an Obsidian game, the story is phenomenal, filled with worthwhile and character-defining decisions. I remember playing this game back in the day when it was first released in 2010, and went into this with fond memories and an open mind. So without further ado, I'll get to the question I'm here to ask. Does it hold up? In a world where big corporations run everything, how does one keep a secret? Alpha Protocol is the answer. When a government needs plausible deniability, they send Alpha Protocol to do their dirty work. Secrecy and deception are the name of the game. Or if you play like me, it's just running and gunning and explosions and stuff. And that's just fine. The game caters to any and all playstyles, being slow and sneaky or loud and fast. And that is a feature that many games don't do right, oftentimes punishing. The only downside to running and gunning in Alpha Protocol is that the combat is actually just terrible. From the static, boring melee to the clunky gunplay and shoddy cover system, constantly running out of ammo because the aiming reticle needs a few seconds to focus, and if you just shoot, misses all the time. Like literally every single time. Even if they're 2 meters away, it just misses. Like bullets everywhere except the person you're aiming at. The bosses suffer from the general RPG trope of needing a lot of bullets to take down no matter what gun you use. The bosses will never go down with one shot to the head, unfortunately, because there's one guy who's really ugly. This slightly reduces the immersion. To do the video, I tried to play in various playstyles, and because the game isn't very long, it's about like 8 hours if you don't waste time reading every email, you can go through the game multiple times in a day, and I would recommend that, if only for the story. Setting of the game is really good, from the safe houses in each city to the scenery in the surrounding areas. Each has its own look and feel, from the Middle Eastern safe house at the beginning of the game essentially being a mansion, to the shoddy safe house in Taipei being a dirty mess leading to an underground base. You can see the difference in each zone, and there is often enough change in each little area that you go to that they don't look the same. They don't have the same layouts, don't have the same enemies depending on the thematic requirements of the zone. Each mission feels different and each feels like they matter, offering character story progression for Mike and even the NPCs. Building up your relationships, little remarks and conversations you have all help the game's story and general enjoyment and replayability. I'll now talk about the perks and drawbacks of the game as well as give my opinion, which is in no way the only opinion because I'm just some random guy on the internet. But it's my opinion and you should take it as that. The pros are as follows. It has a phenomenal story with interesting characters and great settings. The decisions actually matter, and the boss fights are actually challenging because of one of the cons being the bullet spongy bosses. With cons, on the other hand, terrible melee, clunky combat, and the aforementioned bosses. In conclusion, I think the game is indeed worth playing. The story is outstanding and redeems that clunky and repetitive combat. In my opinion, I think you should pick it up somewhere. Thanks for watching. If you could leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, as this is my first video, I would like to get some constructive criticism. And if you want me to test out a game, leave a comment and I'll get to it. Thanks, and see you later.